when it is season for us to harvest, we used to go together with some of our church members and our villagers to go and harvest, because we don't need to pay. We used to do it seasonal. We'll do here, and next year we'll go to another person's farm. So while we were there with my husband and my daughter with some of our workers there, the herdsmen suddenly surprised us there in the farm. And whenever they come, they will only come whenever our food crops are ready to harvest. That is when they will always come. And when they come, they will want to kill when you ask them to stop their cows from eating our food in the farm. So we had gunshots, and immediately we raised up our face to see when we had somebody shouting, "Bagwe Vinyo, Bagwe Vinyo." When we turned our face, it was too late. They've already entered, and we started cutting other people with cutlasses. When we started shouting, they gave me a hot slap. That is why you saw here. They said we should keep quiet, and immediately they caught my husband. They tied him first, and the others held the other people, and my husband was looking at us, and they raped my only daughter that I was having, and she was 10 years, so she died. But not instantly. She started bleeding. And when they finished with her, they held me too. They raped me. In front of him, he was looking at us. It was when they finished. Now, they caught him and they slaughtered him. They butchered him into pieces. And they killed somebody that day. And since that day, I did not even know where I was. I later found myself here in the IDP camp. Before they brought me here, they were telling me that they took me for treatment because I was unconscious. And then I asked them about my husband, but they did not tell me anything. And they scattered everything there. They burned down our houses in the area. Everything was disturbed. So they brought me back to the camp from the hospital.
I come here to say what is happening to our village. They attack our house, and after attacking our house, they burn our house. My brothers and sisters are our parents. We lost them. Now we want you to be helping us.
They shoot people, use cutlass to cut people, and even burn some people in their house.
13 June.
Okay.
We was fast asleep with my parents in the night when the attack of Fulani people came. We was inside the room. There was nowhere to go out. There was all over killing people outside. Where I slept with my auntie and my mom, they came inside, broke down the door, killed my auntie.
The Fulani terrorists, they will cut off your head, which is the normal thing, because usually when they kill, they don't just kill, they use their machetes to cut off the heads of the people, to butcher some in a manner that you see them and you won't be able to recognize them. That is the translation of the song.
They are not from other states, they are Fulani by extraction. And Fulani is a tribe that goes around the whole of West Africa. They are in Guinea, they are in Senegal, they are in Burkina Faso, they are in Niger, they are in Mali, they are in Chad, and they are everywhere. They are in Nigeria too, coming in like that. They are actually immigrants, pastoralists. So they settle wherever they find themselves and they do. So some of them have different places, but then they have this one united from the socio-cultural group, that the Mieti Allah, which they respect. Now, there are those ones coming because they have said, if you Google this called Abuja Declaration 1989, when they had I think the Muslim Brotherhood had a meeting in Abuja in 1989, they said, Nigeria will be an Islamic state of West Africa. That was the beginning. Babangida had to register Nigeria under OIC, Organization of Islamic Conference, without anybody's approval.
And now we know of the jihad that was declared in 1804, and the aim was to Islamize the whole of what is now Nigeria. And that was an attempt that succeeded to a certain degree.
We have been having a lot of attacks for a couple of years now. I'm sure it started in 2001. But the recent attack was actually last year, April 2025, where most of our people were attacked from different villages. And they ran to Bokos here for safety. A good number of them were killed, more than 200 people were killed.
The first narrative was that, the Fulanis came and then they were competing over land. And then the second one was that it was communal. But the witnesses, the survivors, the victims that we encamped kept telling us when they came, they were looking for Christians and they were shouting Allah Akbar.
One is the contestation for land. Climate change plays a dominant role. But of late, we are witnessing, beyond the contestation for grazing fields, full-blown banditry and terrorism.
Feel some issues of religious dominance and, of course, expansionist tendencies could be tied to the issue of climate change and also the land grabbing.
There's no part of Benue here now that anybody can go, like in the state capital here, you can't go 5 kilometers into the bush. As we are talking now, yesterday we had a clip, maybe just that is in TV, but you see the whole thing, they burned somebody's house yesterday. So this is what we live with every day.
I felt that by now the government should even have a special committee or a special group just devoted to looking after these internally displaced people, wherever they may be, that they should be reached. But that is not the case. We as a church, with very little resources, we are the ones that are there. At Christmas, we made sure we distributed foodstuff and other items to them. I went, after celebrating Mass in the cathedral, I had to go to be with them and distribute foodstuff that we gathered from different people. On New Year's Day, we went again. We made sure we cooked food and they sat and ate as a group, as a family, just to create a sense of belonging. So we feel a lot has not been done. And they are suffering, and I'm not sure that the government is concerned. A sensitive government would see that as a priority.
We are in need of plenty things like the sanitary pad, water, food, and we don't have education, proper education.
There's no food, there's no water.
And now we are not doing the school, Father Lord. May He bring the money so that we will go to school in Jesus' name. Give us the knowledge and understanding in Jesus' name.
They even went there again overnight and bought everything. Alright, we came back here again without nothing. In Yelwata, it's a no go. Everything has been destroyed. They bought everything even there. So I have to come back again to square one. Me and Atimeru, some of us that went there to farm. So they've been threatening us. They've been staying in those our villages. They want to take control of everything that we have. And in our own state here, it's our own father's land. We cannot leave it for them. We have to stay in our ancestral homes. It's very important for us.